and creative strategist for Ninja Web Tools, and our main company is Ninja PR Media, for those of you who have not heard of us in the past. And today we're going to talk about our Promo List Ninja Global. Just to give you a little bit of background, we created the original Key Ninja Pro 2.5, almost 3 years ago, and that was our process to deal with some of the bugs that we found, or some of the things I didn't like so much about working with Teespring. The things that I personally didn't like was the fact that you had to have a lot of shirts at the time to get your campaign to tip. I also didn't like the fact that I had to wait several weeks to get paid. And then the third thing I didn't like was the fact that the customer list was actually belonged to Teespring, and I didn't have the opportunity to do whatever I wanted to do with the list. So we created Key Ninja Pro 2.5, almost 3 years ago, and since that evolved into our Promo List Ninja, which evolved to Promo List Ninja Biz, which added some additional features such as shipping, and now we're going to introduce Promo List Ninja Global with a bunch of new features, including some really killer shipping fees for our international customers. So without any further ado, let's get rolling. So here's a layout of the Promo List Ninja Global, or as we just call it, PLN Global. And the one thing to note with respect to our plugin is, because it's a WordPress plugin, one database controls unlimited campaigns, unlimited designs. Basically, it's a set it up, add more designs, as many as you want, as many campaigns as you want, and you never have to install another database unless you decide you want to roll out another domain, another whole site out there. But you can run unlimited campaigns on a single database. None of this silly business of having to create a new database every time you want to add a new shirt out there, as some people that are on the call have experience with other products out there. So what we've added new into the PLN Global on the front end side is now you have the ability of selling a shirt in multiple colors. And as you can see here, we actually have multiple styles. So this first one is a t-shirt, second one is a ladies tee, and then this one is a v-neck. In this particular case, you're seeing the back of the shirt, so it's kind of hard to tell that it's a v-neck. There are other features that we had before inside of PLN Biz and PLN and also Key Ninja Pro, for that matter, are still there. It's still a responsive site. I uploaded the wrong size logo here, so forget that. But when you go down here, you can get to the extra details on the back, and I'll show you in a few minutes what it looks like on my iPhone. But let's take it back into the full-blown view. So now I want to show you what we're really excited to be bringing to market now. Is not only can you print on either the front or the back, but with PLN Global, you can actually print left chest and full back in a single campaign. So these are going to be basically whatever you want to roll out. As far as your campaign goes, you can do a full front and a full back, or you can do a left chest and a back. And it's pretty much whatever trips your boat, as far as whatever floats your boat, as far as what you want to do as far as layout goes. And this is seamlessly done. As soon as somebody comes in and clicks on Buy It Now, they're going to come into the back end and purchase your product. Same string we did before with PLN Biz, is they'll enter all their name information, and once they go over to PayPal, then you get paid instantly. Then you go back and you pay the vendor that's supplying you with this shirt, and then your customer receives the product. So what we have here in this particular case, this is actually your U.S. cost for shipping a single shirt. So a single shirt in the U.S., all sizes, from small all the way to 4XL, shipped for a flat fee of $4. And for each additional shirt in the same order, it's only $1 more. So you could, in theory, send 5 shirts to one customer, and your cost as the seller is only $8, and you'd have the flexibility of charging your customer whatever you wanted for the shipping. Once again, you have the ability of changing your shipping prices, and you see here the customer can choose what style they want to buy and what color they want to buy, and we have multiple colors and multiple styles in the back end, but you see this always goes all the way to 4XL. So the other thing to note is we do serve right now currently shipping to all of these countries. And when you ship to a different country, you'll see the shipping cost goes up to $6. And then for each additional shirt that's sent to that customer on the same order, then it goes up by only an extra $1 out of your pocket. But once again, you can charge your customer whatever you want to charge them. And I think this is really good news for our customers that were using PLN Biz and set up their own printer relationships, etc. We did tie in it for a while to T-Shirt Gang, but the big complaint with T-Shirt Gang and other providers out there was the fact that shipping cost internationally was so expensive. Even Teespring charges $10 and change for an international package, and we're able to get down way below that. And because our process now allows you to print left chest and back or full front and back, you have the same printing capabilities as Teespring. You get paid instantly, and you save a boatload on shipping fees. So let me show you what the back end looks like without going into too much of the nuts and bolts, because I tend to get too technical with this, but I'm going to reiterate again. With PLN Global, you can run unlimited campaigns, unlimited designs. You don't have to roll out a new database each time. And you can go in here if you're wanting to take a design and a campaign that you already have set up and you just want to make some simple changes to it, just click the clone button and Zippo Zappo instantly, maybe a little lag because we're on GoToMeeting, but it will generate that same shirt campaign as an additional campaign. I'll wait for a few seconds. Slowly. It's not this fast. It's not this slow generally in real life, but between all the other things I have running on my computer, it might be a little bit slow. But I'll just pop over here for a minute and do something else. Oh, there we go. Now that I am not paying attention to it, here's the draft. Here's the clone we just created from this one. So that's how easy it is to replicate a design. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you the inner workings of the campaign so you can see what the features are. Our PLN Biz, we currently have people in 8 different countries and 10 different languages selling products. So we made it so that our customers or our sellers can go and change almost everything that they want within the campaign. They can change all the text, they can change the headlines, they can change the labels, they can change the size info label, and almost everything can be changed so that no matter where you're selling your product, whether you're selling products in Thailand, you're selling products in the US, the UK, Australia, Spain, Romania, anywhere that you might be happen to sell products, with the only exception being we don't support the right to left languages, so Arabic and Japanese and a few other languages are not being supported, but for the most part we are covering a large percentage of those international languages. So this system by default This is the size info for all the shirts that we're currently selling, as you see here, from t-shirt, ladies tee, v-neck, youth tee, long sleeves, sweatshirt, pullover, hoodie, and a zipped hoodie. These are all the size information. And if you you need to have the sizes in centimeters or millimeters, whatever you guys use, you'll just go ahead and drop in your own URLs or your own size guide, and you're ready to go. So here's where you select the print location, whether it's full front or back or left chest or front and back or left and back. And here's the styles, the colors that you can select, depending on what colors you want to choose. And then here you upload your artwork. And you'll see that we have the costs built into the software. So when you are printing left and back, then this is your t-shirt cost. And then you just put in what your selling price is. So it doesn't really matter what you sell it at. That's up to you. But we wanted to make it super easy so you don't have to think about what your costs are. And then if you happen to do something that was just front only, then it automatically reduces the price, or any of the single locations, it automatically reduces the price. So essentially you're paying $4 more for 2 locations than you would for a 1 location design. But once again, other than the youth shirt, almost all of these most of these are available from small all the way to 4XL. Your cost is exactly the same to whether you're selling a small t-shirt or you're selling a 4XL t-shirt. Your cost is exactly the same. So for right now, we have it set so that you're basically selling all your shirts at one single price. We will add a feature shortly that will allow you to add an upcharge for larger sizes, but bear in mind you're not paying any extra fee for those other sizes. And here's where you can set your shipping fees and other features that are built in the software. As you can see, you can basically change almost everything within the software. So one thing I wanted to show briefly is I have in this one campaign a personalities logo, and I'm just going to remove this from this campaign, and now it will default to the default logo that I set up for myself within the settings page of the software. So while it's refreshing, let me see if I have any questions from anybody. Let me see. Are there any questions? You guys see my screen? I should probably check that. Okay, so let me just refresh this post. And now, in this particular case, you'll see that the default logo, which this is not your default logo, this is what I put as a default logo, this shows up here. The interesting thing is, whatever logo you have up here is the logo that's going to show up when you go all the way over to PayPal. So you would be able to run a single generic site, if you will, and every single time that you drop a person onto a page, the logo that they see on the page that they got dropped on is the same logo that's going to show up in PayPal, so you can create a uniform and congruent experience for your customers. So you can easily buy a very generic domain and run all your campaigns from that generic site, and no one's the wiser that you might be running 5 or 10 different niches on a single site. Let me see. No, I didn't mention that yet, but I will, JR. So our system actually ties in directly with an API. And when the purchase happens, then you're going to basically come over into this all promos, and from here you'll be able to log in to see what your pending orders are. So there's a on this front admin screen, you're going to see who the supplier is, and for each campaign you're going to be able to just click on the button and it'll take you over to wherever, whichever that supplier is. And so, like in this case, I have purchased, I purchased, but obviously the customer purchased a one item, and here's what the cost of the item is. Plus, it had a dual side, and then here's what the shipping fee was. So the total cost on this purchase was $16.50. And when I click on this button, it's going to take me over to T-Launch in this case, and I'll complete my purchase. And once I've completed my purchase, then they'll go printing the product, and they will automatically send a receipt out to the, a shipping label out to the customer, letting them know when that product is going to be received. So let me get back into this thing. And like I said, we right now have this T-Launch is going to be our primary supplier for shirts, etc. right now, but we are adding new suppliers all the time. And we're going to be able to announce in a really short amount of time, we're going to be adding the ability for you to do cell phone cases, iPhone 5 and 6 for sure, the Samsung Galaxy 5 and 6, and maybe a couple of other ones as well. And what we're looking at right now is the total price, including shipping, is going to be way south of $10. I don't have the final pricing details yet, but you're going to have the same ease of use. When you come in to set up a campaign for any product that's being submitted or managed through PLN Global, all you're going to have to do is go in and tick off some boxes. So if you're wanting to sell, for instance, the iPhone 5 and 6 case and only those, then you would go into the back end and click off the button, say, show iPhone 5 and show iPhone 6. Then you'd upload your artwork, and as soon as somebody made a purchase, then that order will get sent straight through via the API to the supplier in that case. You'll go over and pay that supplier, and once you pay the supplier, the order will be provisioned. And just like this, there'll be different colors that you can order for the cases. And when somebody comes to the front end of the site, if you're selling the cell phone cases, they would see the colors there and see what that cell phone case would look like in the various colors. So let's see, we have questions here. Miracle, to the best of my knowledge, the phone cases are overprinted, but I will double check to verify that. So as far as the size of the images, you're talking about the shirt images that you're uploading here. You're going to upload images. There's a little guide here telling you what you need to upload. So right now, 2400 by 3200 pixels at 200 DPI. And then if you're doing the left artwork, then the maximum size is 1000 pixels by 1000 pixels at 200 DPI. But we're going to give you inside the members area some additional guidance, because the 2400 by 3200 pixels size is too long for the youth shirt, the zipped hoodie, the zipped hoodie, and also the hoodie, because they have the big pocket on the front of the hoodie. So There'll be slightly different size, but that's in the members area, so you can see that. Okay. How many people on the call right now currently have PLN and PLN or PLN Biz? I know there's a few of you guys on here. Okay, so we have 3 or 4 on the call that currently have it. There were more people registered for the call, but this, I guess, decided to go for the replay. So we are going to, let me see if there's any questions with respect to the software as it works right now. It's going to be a really short call here. Don't get any questions. Either I confused everybody or it's super simple. I think it's super simple. It took us it took us 6 or 7 weeks to actually develop the software, but we have had the PLN or the PLN Biz, Promos Ninja Biz, out for almost 2 years now, and so we learned a lot from that. Inside the settings area of the software, there is your API key for T-Launch. As far as additional suppliers, we are adding a feature back into the software that will allow you to sell whatever you want. So currently within PromoList Ninja Biz, we have basically a function that says a manual, and you can sell anything you want. We have customers or sellers that are currently selling everything from salsa to handgun triggers and everything in between. So yes, that feature will be added back into to PLN Global probably next week. But that is going to allow you to sell anything you want to sell. However, with that anything you want to sell with any supplier, you'll have to create those relationships and you'll have to manually import those products, etc. But you definitely have the flexibility of doing that. In fact, I think JR, who's on the call here, used PLN Biz very successfully to sell some salsa. So definitely a lot of options as far as any supplier you want to use. But obviously we have some really killer prices here from the folks over at T-Launch as far as the integration with that. So that's pretty well dialed in right out of the box. So there currently are 8 styles, and I think there's a couple more styles coming down the road. And currently we're offering 10 different colors. Okay, so Bob's question is, does it integrate directly with an autoresponder? So there's 2 options here. Inside of the settings, you have an option of integrating directly with Aweber. So if you have Aweber, then every single campaign can have its own Aweber list. And if you don't have Aweber, then you can export the data that's in this this orders list, and you'll get everybody's email address, their IP address that they signed up from, and their date and time they signed up, so that it'll comply with every single autoresponder company out there. So that's definitely what we've been doing for ourselves. This is okay. So Meg's question is this all web-based and no software uploaded to your domain? This is web-based, but it's WordPress-based. So you do have to have WordPress installed on your own domain, and I think that's actually an advantage versus a disadvantage. There are a lot of suppliers out there, a lot of other companies out there that are promoting products that also sell shirts. The problem that I have with them is I don't want personally my customer list to be in the hands of somebody else, especially if that other person is selling shirts as well. So our approach is you runs on your own domain. You install it. The customer list is your list, and your campaigns are your campaigns. So we don't have any inclination other than if you happen to contact our support because you have a question on something. Other than that, it's going to be a challenge for us to figure out what campaigns and et cetera you're doing. Frankly, I don't have the time or the inclination to do it, but all your content and your data is safe and secure on your own domain. Everything lock, stock, and barrel is yours. So that's oh yeah. Yeah, the other thing is because this is all on your server, this is on your WordPress. When we push the software out to you, it's all contained, all ready to go, etc. And because it's on your server, if you want to update to the latest version, that's on you to push the button inside WordPress that says update PLN Global to the latest version. We don't have the capability on our side to automatically update PLN Global on your server. You have to press the button that says, yes, I want to update. And before you update it, we actually always have a list of all the changes we made, so that if there's a change in there that you don't think is in your best interest, then you can choose not to hit the button. But the really good thing about WordPress is WordPress developers cannot update somebody else's WordPress site without that other person being involved in the process. So what you have installed is what you have, and there's no fiddling from somebody else on the background that automatically adds a feature or deletes a feature. That just can't happen because the security built into WordPress. So Bob wants to know, can you build a niche page that has several campaigns and shirts on it and send traffic to it like a store? Hey, that's actually a great question, Bob. So we were going to sell our T-funnel as a separate product, but after talking to our beta testers and talking to Chris and talking to our development team, we decided to include with your purchase our T-funnel product. And our T-funnel product will let you basically run a page like this, and you can have as many shirts on it as you want. I mean, I wouldn't recommend having more than, say, 18 shirts on a single page, but here's all the shirts for in this particular case for the Longhorns. This is a Longhorn theme page, and you can run those individual shirts here. When people click on Buy Now, it takes them to that specific page for that one specific campaign that came from a niche page. So you'd be able to run as many niche pages with T-funnel as you want, and then subsequently as many campaign pages on PLN Global that ties into all these pages within T-funnel. The other thing that T-funnel allows you to do, albeit the fact that I don't want to necessarily promote it, but if you, for instance, had a mixed campaign where you wanted to sell some T-shirts on a page and you want to sell some non-T-shirts on a page, let's say you had a book that was relevant to the Longhorns and you wanted to sell that as well, you can actually just drop in a link to this buy button that takes somebody to an Amazon page. And if it's linked as an external link, it'll automatically open up a new page, and you'd be able to sell, like for instance in this case, 2 T-shirts and a book on Amazon, all related to one specific niche. And like our I forgot to show you one of our cool features. So if I were to do that real quick, inside of our promo list Ninja Global, and same thing with inside of our T-funnel. Obviously, at this point, there has not been 161 people buy this shirt on a domain that didn't exist before. Well, this promotion campaign didn't exist before we recreated it a few minutes ago. So one thing that I've always found as interesting is most people are not going to be, no one wants to be the first person to buy the shirt. But if somebody's bought 161 shirts, you're like, oh, okay, here's one of those 160 shirts sold. Oh, I'm going to buy a shirt because 160 people in front of me bought that shirt. I don't want to be left out. So inside of T-funnel, you see right here, the sold and how many left and the price. All that's controlled by you on the back end of T-funnel, your T-funnel campaign. So you'd be able to go in and, and adjust these numbers. Now, as somebody clicks on the button and buys this product and goes over to the site that is has that shirt, then these numbers would increase automatically. Now, if you clicked on this buy button, only this buy number would go up and like this, etc. But it basically gives the illusion that people are making purchases on the back end so that it looks a little bit more real. Similarly, while we may have had 48 people like this page right here, I do know for a fact that on this particular page, we haven't had 1,600 people like this page. Once again, it's a feature that we've added into our software that allows you to give some instant social proof for people getting to your page. Hope that answers your question there, Bob. As far as customer support, Meg, you must be talking about when you are selling a shirt. Yes, it's your customer. It's not our customer. So if somebody comes into this Sooners page and buys a shirt and they come down here and get to the contact info and send a question, they're sending us a question. We don't have somebody to pass that off to. If you're not willing to do your own customer support for people to pay you money directly to buy something from you, then you need to go back to Teespring and let Teespring handle everything for you. But yes, you do need to handle your own customer support. After all, that customer did pay you. It's not something that somebody else can handle because they didn't get paid. Yeah, we actually, one of our beta testers wanted me to just mention that T-funnel is his secret weapon for doing affiliate promoting because when we built T-funnel, we built it in such a way that you can link out to anything. And he's currently using T-funnel for everything from salsa to T-shirts to selling gold cards of all things. So, as far as Perry, as far as a scarcity timer, similar to Teespring, yes, we do have that. I don't have it turned on right now, but the scarcity timer we do just like this. There's a scarcity timer that looks similar to this that is available for PLN Global. We're making a few minor tweaks to it so that it will fit within the new layout of our style, but so no, Meg, we don't have any designer tools so you can create your own designs. You're pretty much going to have to go out and find your own designer. We can't help you with respect to that. There are obviously a ton of designers out there. We have some resources in the members area, but we don't have a designer tool per se. This is primarily design. I mean, our software is primarily for you to run campaigns. I would argue that I've participated directly or indirectly. I mean, my team, I should say, has purchased or participated in at least 6 design clubs, if you will. And most of the designs that I've seen that have come from these designer tools, these free clubs, yada, 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 or even if these are clubs where you paid, I've seen clubs where we've paid $500 or $600 to get access to designs. I know as a matter of course that we do design work for our clients, we charge them a pretty penny for design work. And when I see the stuff that comes out of these WSOs and warrior groups and JVZoo products, most of those designs are not designs that I would want to put my name on when I put it in front of one of my customers. I've even seen designs that have come in some of those packages where we were helping somebody else do some troubleshooting on their support team, where a design came in and somebody was confused why the design was so pixelated that they got from their designer. And it turns out that the designer got it from one of those packages that they bought for $97 or $100 or whatever it was. And we could actually clearly see from the data from that image was stolen from somebody else's site. So I understand the desire for you to have designs that you can easily gel out there. But I don't have a solution for you. We have a couple of resources inside the members area, but we don't provide a tool for you to have instant designs. If we did provide that, I guarantee you we'd be charging a heck of a lot more for this software. And designs are definitely easy to outsource in a lot of places. I'll just give you a couple of resources off the top. Obviously, people are getting designs from Fiverr. There are designs coming in from places like Odesk. You can hire a designer in, the Philippines and other countries in Asia for as little as, $3 or $4 an hour to create a design for you. I've tested a couple of those guys out. Some of them are okay, and some of them are not so okay. So, Tracy, what are you talking about showing the front and the back of the shirt? Are you talking about over here? We are showing the front. This is the back. This shirt only has a design on the back, but if we look at this other design, there is a design on the front. And here, if you click on it, this is a design on the back. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Tracy. One of our other members said, you can run an ad on Craigslist and find designers that way. So yeah, I'm not sure what else is this what you're talking about, Tracy? You're only going to see the front and the back if there is a design on the other side of the shirt. But this is now if the shirts were multi-sided over here, then you would see that once you hovered over the image over here, it would flip over and you'd see the back of the shirt. Not quite sure what you mentioned there, what you mean, JR, as far as side images. All right, so if we have no more questions, I'm going to go and tell you what we're going to be doing with our PLN G. So the PLN Global, we're selling the product for $397. And we are going to do a $100 discount through the end of the day on Sunday. I'm really, for those of you that don't know me, when our discounts are over, they're over. And when we stop selling the product, it's gone. We have had we probably get on average 1 to 2 inquiries per week for people to buy the old T Ninja Pro, which we stopped selling almost 2 years ago. So once it's gone for good. Like I said, the other thing is we are going to be offering everyone that buys it during this weekend. We're going to be giving them a copy of the T funnel so they can run unlimited niches, unlimited campaigns, all on one domain. Obviously, this is a one domain license, as all of our products are, but you're going to be able to run unlimited campaigns and unlimited niches, and it's pretty much super easy and simple to set up. You're basically uploading the WordPress plugin, and you'll get your license key, and then you'll get an API key, and soup to nuts, the whole thing to install everything. 15 minutes tops, and you're they're all good. They're all gone. But yeah, and as you know, we're still supporting products that we sold. We stopped selling, I should say. We're still supporting products that we stopped selling 7 or 8 years ago. So once, as long as you have a valid license on our software, we'll continue to support you. With respect to our promo list, Ninja Biz, I'd have to double check, but if we take a look at PLN promo list Ninja Biz, these are all the updates we've rolled out on PLN Biz. So we have, we're really anal about making sure that our software works. It just works without any issues. We always double check our software to make sure that it works with the latest version of WordPress, and we are constantly making sure that we're providing good value to our members. We're not just software developers. We use our software for ourselves and also our enterprise clients. So it's not always, there's a lot more products that you see in our list of plugins that we've created in the last couple of years here that are not necessarily being offered to the general public. But we are always making sure that our plugins work in a real world scenario. So we're not just cranking out a piece of software and letting it die on the vine. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to be selling the we're going to be selling the PLN Global is the retail price is $397, and we will give you a $100 discount if you make a purchase between now and end of the day on Sunday the 22nd. So let me give you the links on how to pick up the software. And here is the software pickup. I'm just going to go ahead and send it out to the group. And if you want, once you get to the software and you enter the PLNG into the coupon code box, then you will get the $100 discount. So the discount ends on Sunday, March 22nd, and that is going to get you, when you initially get the software, it's going to give you only the PLN Global, but as soon as we receive your order, our staff will send you out a copy of the T funnel as well. As soon as that is tested to make sure that it's 100% compliant with PLN Global. So once again, I appreciate your time and see if there's any other questions. Okay, if you currently own, and for those of you that currently own PLN or PLN Biz, and the random one or two that might still have the T Ninja Pro, if you want to upgrade to PLN Global, send a support ticket in to the support team by before close of business on Sunday. So let's say Sunday at 11 p.m. Eastern. Send a ticket to support, and everyone should have the support address by now. Send a ticket in with your license key for your current PLN or PLN Biz or T Ninja Pro, and we will give it to you for $97. So if you currently own PromoList Ninja Biz or PromoList Ninja or T Ninja Pro, you will get an upgrade to PLN Global for $97, but you have to currently own one of those existing products, and no, you cannot go buy any one of those previous products to get the discount, to get the super duper discount, because we're no longer selling those other products, but we are still supporting those other products. So the coupon code, once again, is PLNG. Pat, since you already own PLN or PLN Biz, just send a support ticket in to our support team with your license key, and we will get you a link so you can send us the money, and it'll be $97 for those people that already own PLN or PLN Biz. And then you'll be all set and done with that as well. So for those of you that don't own PLN or PLN Biz, you can buy PLN Global today for the retail price is $397, but you can buy it today with this discount code for only $297, and then we will get you guys all set up. Okay, so let me explain, Meg. I'm not sure where the confusion is here. So our software is licensed. All of our software is always licensed. So what you're going to get today for the what people are going to get when they buy PromoList Ninja Global or PLN Global, they like I said, the retail price is $397. The license fee is $397. That's an annual license fee. It renews annually. However, if you don't want to pay for the renewal, you can continue to use the software after the license expires, but you won't get any future updates. So if we add new features to PLN Global a year down the road and you don't have a current license, you can continue to use your software. You're just not going to get the new features if we roll out new features a year from now. So let's say a year from now we start offering beanbag chairs or whatever, embroidery on beanbag chairs. If that's a new feature we're adding, then if you don't have a current license, you won't get that new feature. But you can continue to use the old features for as long as you have the software installed. So the total price is basically our license fee. Obviously, if you live in Texas, you'll pay taxes, but if you don't live in Texas, then you should be good to go. And if you use that discount code of PLNG, you'll get the software through the end of the day on Sunday for only $297. I hope that answers your question. So if you don't have any additional, let's see, we have one more question here. If you buy, yes, okay. So let me just type it all out here so you have it. So if you buy before Sunday, you get the discount and you get the T-funnel as well. So Sunday. So if you get so the retail price, I said, is $397. Use a discount code PLNG, and that will get you. That'll bring it down to $297. So you save $100. And you will get you'll get T-funnel 2, or you'll get T-funnel as well, I should say. So hopefully that. Oh, you're most welcome, Meg. So if I have no more questions, I'm going to wrap up this call. I can get the replay up so that the people that want to watch this can on the replay can watch this on the replay. And I appreciate everyone's time for coming out, and we'll be in the members area. We'll have lots more resources for you, and we're really looking at bringing, we currently have 2 more vendors that we have scheduled to bring into the software, plus we'll have the capability for you to resell anything, any vendor that you want out there, but we're going to be tying into at least 2 more APIs, so it'll make it a lot easier for you to sell a lot of other products as well. So thanks once again for your time, and if you don't have any more questions, you can always reach us via our Facebook group, which is Ninja Web Tools. It's let me just put that in Facebook. And that is our Facebook group, Ninja Web Tools. Be helpful if I either change my glasses or zoom to my screen. There we go. And thanks once again for the call, and we appreciate having you guys on the call. We'll see you on the inside. Thanks much. Take care. Have a good night.